This is sandalwood. It smells so good. Yesterday, yesterday I had an experience with a friend of mine, and I'm just going to describe briefly just describe something that occurred yesterday. So I was speaking with a friend, and she we were speaking about, I think we were speaking about coming into awareness or shifting our consciousness. And I do sound healing on her space, within her space. So whenever she has a business that does sell infused plant medicine, ganja, and psychedelics. And at this space, I go there when she calls me that there's someone who wants a sound healing session. So yesterday I went there. She called me the day before yesterday about someone who wanted a session, and I went there. And after the session, we were just conversing as we do as normal. And she said to me that, I'm gonna try to remember or come as close as possible to her words. She said she was standing at her fridge one day and she was thinking about all of the black women that she has helped, or or given a platform. And she said something that part of her path is to help black women. And she is what you would call I hate using these terms, but Caucasian or a white woman. And when she said that, like something triggered it in me, like when she said that she's here to help black women. And I don't know, it's just, I'm thinking about it and I'm like, why did that trigger me? If it was coming from a another Nubian woman, probably not because another Nubian woman would say something like that, but I don't know, it just triggered me. And I think, okay, I'm gonna feel into it. Okay, so I'm feeling like we as Black women do not need a savior. We don't need a savior and we don't want a savior, right? Especially a one that comes in a white body. And I love my friend dearly. I really do. But the reason I'm saying this is stemming from, I think, generation of our experience on this planet as Nubian people or Nubian women. Let's just focus specifically as women. And I, when she said that, like she's put here to help Black women, I look at it like if she have like maybe. Well, I'm thinking about it now. Like, does she have like a superior complex or some savior complex? I'm thinking it's a white woman who came from the United States of America. And okay, I think my true feeling about this is really coming out. Who came from the United States of America, came to Jamaica on this island, and to save Black women here. So this is such a touchy topic, a subject. It's kind of an emotional subject because of our experience with colonization and the taking of our land. And sometimes when I speak certain words, I have to go back and correct myself. Like, for example, taking of our land, because no one's owned anything of our, on this planet. We don't own the land, but we do use it, right? And when I say that they came and take our land, not did they only take our land that we were utilizing, that we were using to sustain ourselves, to grow our food off of, but they also took our language, our culture, and separate and divide families and tribes. Now, now I'm thinking, I'm like channeling this stuff in through how I'm truly feeling and where is that coming from. Now, this white woman is going to look at me and said that she's here to help Black women. Like, we need a savior. Like, what the fuck I'm thinking right now? Like, colonization is what put us in this position in the first place, right? Okay, that may be a little bit egoic. What I just say was came from the ego, because in my mind I'm thinking like, okay, we are experiencing this as a people. Why did we call for this experience of experiencing colonization? I don't have the answer for that, but I think the anger is still there. There must be some form of anger attached to it when she said to me, like, she's here to help Black women, like she's our savior. And that was a trigger for me, because I'm thinking that we don't need a savior. We were fine before, when we were living in one with nature, in one with the earth. We were okay, right? Now you have these other tribe of people that came in and destroy our spirituality, our practice, destroy our culture, destroy destroy our knowledge, our way of living, or yeah, they destroy our knowledge, destroy our culture by killing off the elders that hold the knowledge. So now we look at ourselves as a people. Let's focus on Jamaica. Look at ourselves as a people. We're so confused that they no longer know their culture, their um, their language, where they from. Because right now, black people think that, not all of us think that, but there's from indoctrination and from programming that we come from Africa, that we came from somewhere as slaves. That's the history that they have. That's the program that they have running within their mind, that we came from slavery. And like it doesn't go beyond that. I think I'm just talking to talk. I was also thinking that yes, she has been helping women. And I stated to her that why why didn't you say that you're helping women? Why put black women? Why not just women? We're women, right? If we want to look at it from a spiritual perspective, that we are not these physical bodies that you see. How come we don't see beyond the physical of what someone look like, the image? Why don't we see the light behind this person, or the being behind this physical vessel, behind this persona, this vehicle that we as spirit are traveling in? And that's how I saw it when she said that black women. I was like, I don't think in terms of color or physicality. I think in terms of spirit, because we are all spirit, and we're experiencing these human experience in whatever avatar or vehicle that we're traveling in, that we are expressing ourselves in, right? And this is and the reason why I could have this conversation with her was because she's someone who, well, I thought, is aware of these things, is someone who experienced like the unseen, um, using psychedelics. um, I don't know why this is bothering me, and I'm like talking about it like, I think it just stems from growing up, like what you see and what they're telling you is like being white or being pale, not being pale, or the paler human race are better than the darker brown, black, blue pigmentation, or whatever spectrum of pigmentation that we are manifested in these physical body. Um, that the paler race is better, superior than the darker race. And I know it's bullshit and it's nonsense, but we've been indoctrinated through society. We see it when we go for jobs, how when you go for jobs, certain people who are hired over certain people. I've been discriminated at going for job interviews when I was young because I was wearing my natural hair. They asked me what I'm going to do with it. And I've experienced like going into a store and being followed around. I've experienced um, shopping at a store where it's Chinese people and they didn't want to touch my hand when I was giving them money. I've experienced being called a black bitch by a white person. Um, yeah, man. So yeah, I've experienced prejudice growing up, and I guess maybe that's why when she said that, it triggered me. It just triggered me. Like, I don't need a white savior. I don't need some white woman to save me. I don't. I'm fully competent and capable of caring for myself. As a divine being, I am fully competent to create a reality where everything is provided for by source, because another human being is not my source. Source is my source. The creator of all is my source. Does source use other people to bring manifest into being what you want to create? Yes, absolutely. So is source working through her to manifest what source wants to create? Yes, I think this is where I was getting at. This is what I am not anyone's savior. I'm not doing anything that I wasn't created to do. She's not doing anything that she wasn't created to do. So I think sometimes we get into this egoic, into our egos, thinking that we are saving people. No. The personality, the ego itself, cannot save anyone. Source, the creator of all, our divine being, spirit within, is what guides and provides for this physical vehicle. I think maybe that's the trigger. Maybe that was what triggering me. You have some people who come into awareness, who come into where their awareness is expanding and they're able to perceive the unseen and they're connected with nature. And they develop this complex that they're saviors because they are aware of things that others may not be aware of. No, I may be aware of something that others may not be aware of, but you know the same thing that I know. I'm just tapping into another aspect of self that you're not tapping into. But that doesn't mean that I know more than you. I'm more spiritual, or I'm more connected. No, we are all manifestation or creation of the same source, and we are all connected to the same source because there's only one source. So if source is using us in some form of way whether source put us in like a position where you are able to assist other beings on their path, where you are there to guide other beings, whether it be with information, with healing, whatever that may be. Source put you there. Source created you for that purpose. That is your purpose. So no, I'm no one's savior. I'm just doing what I was created to do, which is to help you to remember who you are. That's what I'm created to do, to help others to remember. So no, you are not a black woman. You're not a black woman. You're not a color. You're not your nationality. You're not your name. You're not any of the roles that we put on and play. It's like dressing up, it's like wearing a mask. You're none of those things. None of those things. And all of those things gonna have to be stripped away. All of those things gonna have to be stripped away. Every mask gonna have to be taken off to reveal the trueness of your being. Let go of these roles. Let go of these roles. Let go of these titles. These are the things that divide and separate us. I see you as spirit. I see you as light. I see you as me. You're not just another black woman. We are not these roles that we play. Whether you experiencing an abusive life, or someone who have the experience of being raped, a single mother, whatever these things that we think that we are not. And I'm sharing this because I love you, right? This is coming from a place of love. And I have to ask ourselves, why aren't we helping each other more? Why aren't we supporting each other as beings on this planet? Why aren't we? This is what I could do to be of assistance in any form or any way. It's just sharing my journey, sharing my thoughts, sharing my feelings, sharing my experiences. And if I could do more, and when I could do more, I will do more. But I definitely don't want anyone to look at me or speak to anyone in any way where they think like I'm their savior. No, you're your own savior. You have to be ready to receive whatever I'm given, offering. to make any type of transformation within your own mind, within your own life, within your own consciousness. It's when you're ready to receive this information, this knowledge. So I cannot even force that upon you. I could just put it out there, and whoever is ready to receive it will receive it. So, yeah, I don't need or want a savior. So I'm declaring that out into the universe. Source is my source, and I don't need or want a savior. And I think so-called Black people, we don't need a savior. No. We need the information that was stolen. We need our knowledge that was stolen. We need the knowledge back. That's what will be most helpful to Black people, specifically to Black women. We need the knowledge that was taken, that is hidden, and now we are afraid as shit of the way that we used to live, the way that we used to practice. Now people are running away, calling people witches, or you're doing obya. I didn't know that this is a spiritual. It's a spiritual practice. It's nothing to fear. Why are people so afraid to know that they are spirit, that they're not the physical body? Why are we attached to fear? People will more likely will take that they're this physical body, and when they die and that's it. Or God gonna punish you, or you're gonna go to hell. They're more likely to accept that more than to accept this information. When I said you are one with God, you're spirit, you never die, you're everlasting, you're infinite. There's no judgment, you are always love. Why the fuck are we resisting that? Why does that information seems repulsive to us? To say that you are your own creator, you're one with God. You cannot exist. You could not be here if there was no creator. If you weren't one with God, you could not exist. You are not separate. Why do we think we're separate? You're not separate. You cannot be separate. There's no separation. You cannot exist separate from the creator. Now, again, I spoke about this, that religion have taught us that we are a physical body, and they're so confused. They're so confused. The other day I was here and they dropped off some pamphlet. I was reading their pamphlet, and he's saying that in the pamphlet is basically put in scriptures that says you are spirit, but yet they were saying that you die. And I'm like, do they even understand what spirit is? How can spirit die? How can energy die? How can you kill the spirit? How? How? There is no savior coming to save you, Black people, so-called Black people. There is no Jesus Christ, black or white, up in the sky, up there coming to save you. This is something that we need to know. Wake the fuck up, I think. There is no savior coming to save us. You have to save your fucking self. You have to save yourself. You have to go within yourself. And to save yourself, you have to release all the programmings, all the masks, everything that you're wearing. You have to strip yourself bare. This is what the Bible is speaking about. You cannot see God God cannot reveal itself to you until you reveal yourself to you. You're revealing yourself to you. And you cannot see yourself until you shred all the masks that you're wearing, all the persona, all the roles that you play, all these personalities, all these programs, all these beliefs. You're going to have to let them all go. You have to come bare. This is purity. This is what purity is. This is what pure is. You have to strip away all of everything that you think you know, everything, every belief, everything. You have to be empty. Your vessel have to be empty. Your cup have to be empty. And when you're in this place, when you know that you are one with God and there's no separation, and you're one with everything around you, you are one with it. Everything in existence, everything in creation, you're one with. When you know that, when you feel that, you're getting closer to God, you're getting closer to yourself. When you know that there